Hello YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel, I'm Bella, and today I am going to be doing a review of the film Heretic. So let's get to the review. Hello, this is my review of the film Heretic. It's rated 15 in the UK, United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and it is an hour and 51 minutes. It stars Hugh Grant as in his creepiest role, I think, but also one that shows his mastery of his acting craft. He really does flex his acting muscles here. It's like all the years of his film work and acting work have just come together and produced a masterful performance in Control. And that's what this film really is about. It is about control. There's been a lot of fears about Mormon female missionaries going out and getting abducted and this, that, or the other, and this one really plays into that. A lot of people say that it's about the rebirth of paganism, but to be absolutely honest, I just see it as about male control. My favourite scene in this is actually the Monopoly board scene, where they get out the 4 different versions of Monopoly with the 4 Abrahamic religions. So you've got Christianity, then you've got Judaism, Christianity, Islam and Mormonism, though we get the Bob Ross version, which kind of is interesting because Bob Ross himself got scammed. It's also worth pointing out that they did miss out Sikhism, which is another monotheistic religion, which means worshipping in one god, and it's a fusion of Hinduism and Islam. So that was interesting in itself. I was a bit disappointed that there wasn't a larger labyrinth when you got through the chapel bit. So you've got his living room bit, then you've got this weird chapel-y bit, then you had that passageway. Spoiler warning, yeah, I'm just going to put that out there. Then you ended up there, and then there was the down bit. Yeah, and that, it was just so odd. I thought it was going to be more labyrinthy, and there would be more like physical obstacles for them to do. That's just me. I did like it. I thought it was intelligent with its arguments, and it was interesting that atheism didn't actually come into it very much, nor did secularism. It was actually more about power and control and cold. And it was interesting that he didn't find the convert that interesting. He knew that they would be trouble because they've got previous thinking, not just born into a religion and gone with it thinking, like the missionary in the grey, not the one in the black. And it was interesting that the one in the black had to encourage the other one not to lose faith. I found that really fascinating. Yes, I did get the butterfly motif at the end. It was fascinating. People say it was rebirth of paganism. I didn't see that. I saw it about masculinity and how men have controlled women, because it's interesting, spoiler warning, that he ends up putting them in cages and not feeding them and keeping them cold and then bringing them back to life. It was really, really creepy. It was almost like he was capturing them. Well, that's what he was doing, but he was not just capturing their bodies but also capturing their souls. It was full on ownership in a strange way. It was just on another kind of level, really. I really enjoyed watching it, actually, but I was kind of because I was I'm dubious with horror movies and religion. I'm like, is this going to be full Exorcist? The Exorcist is an excellent movie, by the way. Or is this going to be more Saw? And I was thinking maybe it's going to end up being more Saw, but how's this going to work out? But once you sort of knew, once that bit of wood fell with the nails through it, I was like, I'm going to come back to that. If that's going to be used, it's not just going to be left. It's like the gun that's always hanging up on the wall. Not in this film, but in books and movies, when they have a gun on the wall, it's like, there's a gun on the wall, somebody's going to do something with it, or it's going to fall on somebody. So overall, 5 out of 5. Hugh Grant's performance was excellent. A lot of people said, but this, that, the other. And I'm like, if you're knocking on doors, you are vulnerable. There's no way around it. You are vulnerable. And particularly now that all the missionaries are 18, they are vulnerable. And it's one of the reasons why I think, with regarding, particularly in the UK, that yes, we use 18-year-olds to be the PR of the church, but actually, when they were 21, they had a little bit more authority. Whereas now, I know that a lot of faiths, they respect the female missionaries, but they don't respect the elders as much. Like the male missionaries, they don't. They actually prefer to speak to the mission president or the bishop of the local area after going through the female missionaries. Shocker, because they know that the female missionaries are at the peak of their faith. They can't get any higher. Whereas the 18-year-old missionaries, they know that there's more that those boys will go through. So a lot of Christian faiths and other faiths will go, no, we need to speak to like a 30-year-old man, and we're going to go through the sister missionaries to get to the 30-year-old man, because they're the ones that have got all the contacts. The 18-year-old lads aren't going to give us that, which I find quite fascinating. Anyway, end of review, 5 out of 5 for me. I really enjoyed Heretic. And just as an aside, I have one TikTok account which I do not post videos to, apart from the one that's currently on there, and that is about the fake TikTok account that has been made. So yeah, my TikTok account is the real one, which has got my actual real name on. The one that uses Anat Bella with the underscores and the extra A's is totally fake. Totally fake. That is not me at all. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed my review. So, ta-ta! Well, I hope you enjoyed my review of the film Heretic. Please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell for my latest video. Bye!